Lesson 3 covers Service Composer, including security groups and policies. This lesson covers the following topics: difficulties in managing today's data center security, how the automated provisioning of security services works, automated security policy enforcement with Service Composer, how security groups and security policies work with each other, simplified manageability and more workflow visibility with Service Composer, Service Composer automated quarantine. As previously mentioned, in data centers, application workloads are constantly provisioned, moved, changed, and decommissioned on demand. While compute virtualization has become the new norm, network security models remained unchanged in most data centers. IT professionals are facing a series of challenges. Some data centers incorporate security products from multiple vendors. Due to the lack of centralized management, it is difficult to deploy and manage these security products. Even though some of these products may be called best of breed, the lack of interoperability and automation creates lots of error-prone manual work for administrators. Administrators need more visibility into their workload's security posture and policies. The industry seeks a built-in tool that defines a new model for consuming security services. What if you could design IT for business speed without sacrificing security control and manageability? You can do this today with NSX Service Composer. The automated provisioning of security services using Service Composer is one of the most powerful features of NSX Distributed Firewall. Service Composer is a built-in tool that defines a new model for consuming network and security services. It allows you to provision and assign firewall policies and security services to applications in real time. Service Composer is a configuration interface that gives administrators a consistent and centralized way to provision, apply, and automate network security services, such as antivirus, malware protection, IPS, DLP, firewall rules, and so on. These services are available natively in VMware NSX or enhanced by third-party solutions. NSX Service Composer offers a way to automate the consumption of network and security services. You map these services to security groups, apply security policies to the security groups, and assign virtual machines to these security groups. As more virtual machines are added to the group, policies are automatically applied to the virtual machines. Now let's take a quick look at how Service Composer works. In an SDDC approach, you provision security policies when a virtual machine is provisioned. Think of all these policies as firewall rules, but abstracted from IP addresses and ports. Once provisioned, the rules of the policies are enforced at the virtual network interface, and, if traffic is denied, the packets never even enter the physical network. Most importantly, the SDDC approach leverages the platform-based automation for provisioning, adding, moving, and making changes. So whenever a virtual machine moves, its security and network policies move with it. No manual human intervention is needed. We are now able to define policy in a way that is specific to the individual workload, regardless of where it sits in the network. VMware NSX also acts as a platform to deliver best possible security services, both natively and through many technology partners. This means that we can integrate services from multiple vendors for a specific workload, define very prescriptive policy, and automate security responses in a way that is tailored for the workload, without considering the underlying network topology. So what's the magic behind it? It's actually quite simple. The security group specifies what you want to protect. A security group is a powerful construct that allows static or dynamic grouping based on inclusion and exclusion of objects such as virtual machines, vNICs, vSphere clusters, logical switches, and so on. If a security group is static, the protected assets are a limited set of specific objects, whereas dynamic membership of a security group can be defined by one or multiple criteria, such as vCenter server containers, data centers, port groups, and clusters, security tags, AD groups, regular expressions on virtual machine names, and so on. When all criteria are met, virtual machines are immediately moved to the security group automatically. The security policy specifies how you want them to be protected, using services such as antivirus, software, firewall, intrusion protection systems, or security profiles with specific security policies. Security policies can be applied to one or more security groups where workloads are members. A security policy is a collection of security services and/or firewall rules. It can contain the following: guest introspection services, distributed firewall rules, network introspection services, security services. Click each tab to learn more. Here is an example. You can select certain elements to uniquely identify your application workloads, such as virtual machine names, operating system type, or security tag. You can create a security group named Group XYZ. In Group XYZ, both production and desktops are defined. For example, production is defined using attributes such as Windows 8 operating system and a security tag. Assume that you have created two security policies, Policy 1 and Policy 2. You apply Policy 1 to desktops and apply Policy 2 to production. Using security groups to abstract policy from application workloads has several benefits. It enforces security policies based on logical constructs. The automated security reduces configuration and human errors. The security policy follows the virtual machine wherever it goes. And it also greatly reduces security rule sprawl and management complexity. The mapping between security groups and security policies results in a running configuration that is immediately enforced. The relationships between all objects can be observed in the Service Composer canvas in vSphere Web Client. As you can see in the slide, Service Composer offers a canvas view displaying all security groups within the selected VMware NSX Manager. Each of the blocks represents a security group with its associated security policies. Guest introspection services, firewall rules, network introspection services, and the virtual machines belonging to the group or included security groups. This view greatly reduces the management complexity of security services and improves workload visibility. NSX Service Composer offers a way to automate the consumption of security services and their mapping to virtual machines using a logical policy. It makes your life easier because you can rely on it to manage your firewall policies. Security groups allow you to statically or dynamically include or exclude objects into a container, which can be used as a source or destination in a firewall rule. Firewall rules defined in security policies are automatically adapted based on the association between security groups and policies and integrated into NSX distributed firewall or any third-party firewall. As virtual machines are automatically added and removed from security groups during their life cycle, the corresponding firewall rules are enforced when needed. Security services can be automatically applied to compromised virtual machines based on assigned tags. In the example on the slide, we have two security groups, the standard zone and the quarantine zone. We have two security policies, the standard VM policy and the quarantined VM policy. We also have a defined security tag, antivirus.virusfound. The standard policy includes a third-party antivirus scan. If a virtual machine is scanned and found to have a virus, the virtual machine will be assigned the antivirus.virusfound security tag. This tag will then place the virtual machine into the quarantine zone security group, which will then enforce the quarantined VM security policy. This policy will block all inbound and outbound traffic with the exception of the necessary security tools. Once the virus is removed and the virtual machine is again scanned, the antivirus.virusfound tag will be removed. This will remove the virtual machine from the quarantine zone group and thereby eliminate the quarantined VM security policy. At this point, traffic will resume flowing to and from the virtual machine based on its other security policies. This process prevents the spread of the virus to other virtual machines. It's important to note that this entire process is an automated process and does not require any manual intervention. VMware NSX also integrates with other security technology partner solutions. By leveraging the intelligence of third-party security products, VMware NSX can offer more advanced security service insertion, such as vulnerability scanning. More detailed use cases will be discussed in the next module. Service Composer provides a three-step workflow. Step 1. Provision the services to be applied. You can use the VMware NSX out-of-the-box security services, or register the third-party service with NSX Manager. If necessary, you can install the components required for that service to operate into each ESXi host. Step 2. You apply and visualize the security services to defined containers by applying the security policies to security groups. Step 3. You can automate the application of these services by defining rules and criteria that specify the circumstances under which each service will be applied to a given virtual machine. Possibilities around the NSX Service Composer are tremendous. You can create an almost infinite number of associations between security groups and security policies to efficiently automate how security services will be consumed in the SDDC. VMware NSX as a security platform is easy to deploy, easy to apply, and easy to automate. By combining VMware NSX built-in services with third-party services, VMware NSX offers a broad spectrum of choices for your data center security. Here are the key points covered in this module. The traditional perimeter-centric firewall, intrusion detection, and prevention systems are proven to be insufficient to protect a data center. The traditional security model lacks workflow isolation and visibility, impacts performance, and is complex to manage and troubleshoot. There are two types of firewall services provided by VMware NSX. NSX Edge Firewall is optimized for north-south traffic filtering. NSX Distributed Firewall is optimized for east-west traffic filtering. NSX Edge Firewall provides a stateful perimeter defense architecture for north-south traffic flows between virtual and physical networks. NSX Distributed Firewall provides security filtering functions on every host inside the hypervisor and at the kernel level. NSX Service Composer allows you to provision and assign security policies to applications in real time in a virtual infrastructure. The security group specifies what you want to protect. The security policy specifies how you want them to be protected using various types of security services.